Hello, ninth grade scholars. Teacher Nefertari and Kenjay here, your homeschooling teacher with the lesson of the day. This is week 2 and lesson 4. For today's lesson, we'd always like to start the same way, a reminder of what you'll need for these videos. First, we'll start by reviewing the list of resources and materials needed for the day's lesson. There will always be a brief overview of the learning you can expect for the day. I will quickly model the reading, thinking, speaking, and writing required for the lesson. And last but not least, I will preview the learning for upcoming lessons and remind you of what you need to do after today's lesson. Now, in terms of an overview, we are on day 4 of week 2, and our target today is to determine the main idea and to write a summary. The materials you need in order to do this are very simple. You need your learning packet, you need a writing utensil, and it's optional for you to have an electronic resource. We're guided by the same essential question, the very same guiding questions, and we've achieved all of our goals for this week, including looking at Shakespeare's cultural impact, making inferences about the text, analyzing the craft and the structure of our text, and now we've skipped down to writing a summary. You guessed it, scholars. That means tomorrow we will be doing a bit of research. You already knew you're scholarly. So let's review our target for today. I can use annotation and analysis skills to determine the main idea and to write a summary of a complex biographical text. Yes, indeed, you can do all that and more. Here's what I would like for you to think about today. Think about what a summary is in advance of having to write your own summary. Let's read this aloud. A summary is a concise, meaning short but sweet, complete and accurate overview of a text. It should not include any statements of your opinion or an analysis. Think about how you might summarize the text. As you think about it, it will help you to start by finding the main idea. So, your first activity for the day, scholars, is the Think About It activity. For this activity, we're asking you to scan paragraphs 19 through 21. Those are our last 3 paragraphs in our reading, so that you can find the single sentence usually that helps to capsulate the main idea. After we found the main idea, it makes our work that much easier as we write a complete summary, which is inclusive of 4 to 5 sentences. Now, let's review main idea. The main idea is the point of the text. It is the most important thought about the topic. To figure out the main idea, there are some clues. Ask yourself this question: what is being said about the person, thing, or idea, the topic? So if we ask ourselves that question about Shakespeare, what is being said about Shakespeare? I'm sure that each of us can come up with an excellent main idea without even going back to the text. But you have the option of going to the text, and we can always locate the main idea in different places within a text. So our main idea is what the text is about, and details are the evidence that support the main idea. The main idea identifies the topic, it helps to summarize the text, and it can usually be found in either the first or the last sentence of the text. Now, in terms of quickly modeling our reading and thinking of our launch text, there are some clues I'd like for you to know in advance as you look at those paragraphs 19 through 21. There's at least one sentence in each of the paragraphs that helps you to determine what that main idea is of this entire text. As you see in paragraph 19, it says they point out that other playwrights of the time also had sketchy histories and came from modest backgrounds. Who's the they? Those were the scholars who lived during Shakespeare's period of time. Let's look at paragraph 20. What seems to be true is that William Shakespeare was a respected man of the dramatic arts who wrote plays and acted in some. That sounds pretty much like a good way to capsulize what we've read. This annotation in the margin helps you to know that in the concluding paragraphs, you can underline your single sentence that you think stands out as the main idea. Lastly, in paragraph 21, it says, today, his plays are very popular and constantly studied and reinterpreted. All of those are excellent guesses. What do you think, scholars? The choice is yours. As we do the main idea and the summary, I'd like to remind you that as you're writing, you're just scanning and closely reading those paragraphs 19 through 21 of the text in order to determine that single sentence that captures the main idea. And you will do that first. That helps us as we get to the summary. When you're writing your summary, scholars, I'd like for you to write 4 to 5 sentences. You're going to add details to the main idea, add supporting details, and there you will have your summary. Use the space in the note catcher handout student activity for lesson 4. As a reminder, always share your lesson by interacting with someone either electronically on your phone or in your household. Complete 20 minutes of reading each day and complete your reading logs, and then engage in your daily fluency exercise, which means you're using 1 page of the weekly text and the fluency instructions you can find in your packet. Final day of learning for this week, we will make a connection using research skills to expand our prior knowledge of a text. So I would like to give you a heads up for day 5. We're watching a very short video which gives us more information about Shakespeare, or you don't have to link to the video if you don't have technology available. You can do your own research, asking around, asking some of your friends to find out what you would like to add to what we already know about William Shakespeare. Well, that concludes our lesson overview for today. As always, email your teacher for support. Thank you, scholars. Bye.